go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to Urban VOGUE Radio. It's your boy Milla Mufasa right here. How is your day? I hope your day is good. I hope your day is pleasant. I hope your day is filled with the blessings of God. We thank God for the gift of life. Today is a very beautiful day. Today is going to be very sweet. Why I say very sweet is that we have someone in the building right here. You know, it gives me joy when I see young guys who are involved in things as regard politics, human capacity development, trying to mentor other youth and all that. I feel great because, you know, there's so much distraction in the land. There are so many kind of bad news we hear every day. But when I see you to do this kind of things, like it's a good news to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something about this guy. First of all, he's charismatic. He has vision. He's someone who has a lot of blueprint on ground. You know, we often say, it's our time, it's our time, it's our time. It's like, it's not too young to rule, not too young to rule. When I see outstanding youths who are saying that thing, it's not, when I see youth saying, we're not too young to rule, and that person is viable, I want to give that person my support. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to present you the next, I believe, the next councillor for Wuse Ward, if possible, the next House of Reps, the next senator, and if possible again, the next president of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Musa Muhammad.
Yeah,
how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did I get the name correct?
Yeah, you're very right.
Yeah. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right.
It's my
So,
pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here.
You know, I've been seeing you, man, like from 2019 when you were contesting, you know, I think I was supposed to meet with you to discuss some certain things, but at that time you were caught up in this whole political movement and all that. So how is everything for you now?
Yeah, everything is cool, and as you can see, the election is close by again. And,
okay.
And we are still in it, struggling, you know, as a young guy. I'm too young to sleep. Keep on hustling, you know.
Yes, that is good. So before we go into the political discussion, okay, once again, you're welcome to the program. Tell us who is Musa Muhammad?
A gentleman, that humble guy.
Okay.
That you know, all people knows.
Okay. Tell us, our viewers would like to know more about Musa Muhammad. Where does he come from? Your educational background, and what you're currently doing right now.
Well, my both parents are from Kogi State.
Okay.
I was born and brought up in Abuja, Wuse to be precise.
Okay.
I did my primary school in Wuse Zone 6, secondary school just in Sabaji.
Okay.
I graduated from University of Maiduguri.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim. So,
all right.
that's a little tips about me.
So, what did you study in University of Maiduguri?
Sociology and anthropology.
That is great. So now, how was your childhood like growing up? How was it like?
Well, growing up in a barrack, you know.
Oh, your dad is a police?
Yeah, my dad is a policeman. Growing up in a barrack those days, you know. Well, you know, barrack has its own, you know. When you grow in barrack, you have this different mentality from outsiders.
You okay?
Yeah. You know, when growing up, you believe a barrack boy, you know.
So that means you were Raz?
Yeah, I was Raz, you know, feeling that I'm a barrack boy.
Okay.
You know, when education took me out of barrack, I went to boarding school, you know, that mentality change, you know, engaging with other people coming from different places, you know, the mentality now change, and now, you know, engaging with people outside the world, outside my barrack. Now change everything about me.
All right. So now what influenced your choice to go into politics?
Well, what influenced me to join politics is You see, I grew in a place where most of the youths don't really care about politics.
Okay.
And you know, based on the kind of person I read a lot, more especially politics within Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
Okay.
I have this mentor, political mentor.
Okay.
His name is former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay. It's a mentor on a face-to-face value, or you just see him as a mentor from far?
From far.
Okay. All right.
From far. You know, I'm this kind of person. I love change. The change I'm talking about is a positive change that will bring change to the society.
Okay.
So you see, so I now observe where I'm from, based on where I grew up. The youth doesn't really care about politics, and I now decided, oh, let me join this politics so that I will like encourage the people around me, so that the youth around me to also join, because this future belongs to us.
Yes, it is.
We can't leave everything in the hands of the elderly. If the elderly should pass, who will take over from them? You understand? And the one reason that makes me to join politics, I see politics as service to humanity. Service to humanity. And most of our leaders will have today, it doesn't, I don't know, maybe they know that or not, you know. So based on my mindset, I have the mindset of bringing change to the society.
All right. It's good that you have interest in politics, like what we saw in the 2019 election when you contested under the platform of SDP, Social Democratic Party. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're correct.
So now, what was the scenario? How did you feel contesting under SDP? What was the achievements? What was the challenge in running under SDP as of then, 2019?
Well, let me start first of all with the challenges.
Okay.
Well, the challenges I face, my party is an opposition party. My party cannot be compared, you know, PDP and APC. And the challenge we also face is, you know, financial aspects. The party is not that, financially buoyant.
But your party have some known individuals like Donald Duke, Jerry. I think Jerry Ghana was in your party.
Yeah, Jerry.
We had this in. So why should funding be an issue?
Yeah, it is an issue because even the two candidates you just mentioned now was not even sure of the tickets. Why? Because they were having issue in court who will pick the ticket.
Okay.
Who will pick the ticket? So the court even ruled after the election that the court ruling is even after the election. You know, the problem we are having is the judiciary in this country, to be sincere.
Yeah.
Why? Because when you have a case when you have a case in a court that has to do with the election, so based on the timeline with the election, the case is supposed to be like maybe done before election, so that we'll know the rightful candidates.
Okay.
So that also cost us, we especially the young ones that is contesting. You know?
Okay.
Because when you have a presidential candidate, they are supposed to be your how will I put it? They are supposed to be a guide.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be a face, because any presidential candidate is a face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is the face, and the face of the party, which we don't have. It also affected us.
Okay.
And the advantage I have, at least contesting other PDP, contesting other SDP. You know, SDP is an old party.
Yeah.
It's one of the most oldest party in Nigeria, and we've won presidential before.
But since your party is like an old party, I think during the time of the MKO, I believe that was that time here. Yeah. With the level of experience that party have gotten, why didn't they penetrate?
Why we did not penetrate? as I have explained to you of the issue we are facing, more especially the political drama in Nigeria, So why we didn't penetrate, to be sincere, is because of lack of sincerity from more especially the politicians.
Okay.
You see, if you're a politician, there's nothing that's it's not everything that you put interest in. You're supposed to put interest of the party first before your own interest.
Yes, exactly.
So what makes us not to penetrate is because of
personal interest.
Okay. Within the members of the party, more especially the ESCOs.
Okay, still share some light on the advantages you enjoyed.
The advantages I enjoy is an old party, and the party really saw me. The party really saw me. When people do hear that this guy is contesting, is he PDP? Is in SDP is at least third strongest party in Nigeria.
So yes, exactly.
That's only also really is an advantage. It really served me out, which I believe the next election that is coming up, which is next year, at least.
Before we get to that point, where did you enjoy a high level of support when you declared and you declared your interest and during the election period? Did you enjoy some level of support, be it from friends, from the community, down to maybe people who have known you for years?
I do from close friends and families, and but the problem we are having with more especially the youth.
Okay.
You understand the problem we are facing. The problem we are facing now, more especially from the youth, are they believe if you are not in a big party, you won't win. So we have to change that mindset. It should be based on who is capable.
Yeah.
You understand? Who is capable physically and mentally.
But were you overwhelmed by the presence of APC and PDP being a candidate, a contesting candidate too? Were you overwhelmed?
Yes, I was overwhelmed.
But in the course of running for it and in that situation that you were overwhelmed, did you overcome it?
No, I didn't. Which you know they are the major party. They are the major party, and which they're in government, and they have most of the political gladiator in Nigeria are in those two parties. I understand. Politics is just like a game of football. When you sign good players, you play better.
Yeah, okay.
And we have the majority. So, like I said, we the youth, it is time for us to rebrand ourselves. It is time for us to take the lead. Let's change this mentality of party. Let's go for quality, experience, and somebody that is fit to represent them as councillor.
Now, you were talking about the youth not showing so much interest in politics and all that. Was there any point you got utterances or some kind of body language that like, for instance, now you are walking on the road or you meet some people, you are telling them about what you want to do, what you want to achieve by being the councillor of Wuse Ward, and they showed you some body language of, this guy is wasting his time, or they made some kind of utterances that would have withered your spirit? And was there any situation like that in the course of your candidacy, like running for the seat?
I know, definitely. When you are going out for campaign, meeting people, there are people that will believe you. There are people you talk to that you understand, that will understand. We human beings are different.
Okay.
You understand? The way we understand things are very different. There are some people you talk to, they say, wow, that's good, you're young. I love the way you presented your manifesto or other things, They say, no, I will support you. Why others, when you talk, they'll say, I don't have time for politics, I beg. All those things. They say, but that did not weigh me down.
Okay.
I keep on pushing, keep on, going to house, football pitch, plaza to plaza,
Okay.
to tell people to vote me in as their councillor.
Was there any time during the election that you were lobbied? You were lobbied by any other party?
Yes.
Can you mention another party?
No, I can't mention why, because we're in live TV, live radio.
Okay.
So I can't mention.
What was your response to them?
But actually, my response was like, no, I can't. I'm holding the mandate of, before contesting, I went to consult the people.
Okay.
And the people really gave me their mandate, their support that I can go ahead and contest.
Okay.
So I can't go behind the closed door and discuss other way. You understand? So what I told her is, okay, there's no problem. This mandate given to me by my party actually is from the grassroots. I have to go back to the grassroots, which is the youth, so to discuss with them.
But their offer, was it not juicy enough for you to give it a rethink of switching camp?
It was, but the mandate given to me by the youth, by they said no. They want me to be in the ballot. They believe I will win.
Oh, okay. The offer was not really based on you winning under their platform, but the offer was based on giving you something as like maybe a compensation.
Yes.
Okay, I understand right now. So now, we all know that politics is quite a dirty game. How do you balance politics and religion? Because I know that you're quite a man of faith. The same thing happens in Christianity and other religion. You find people who are ardent followers. You find people who are just there. And I happen to know you that you're a man of faith. You uphold the Islamic teachings strongly. So how did you balance? In politics there is compromise. You do this, you do that. There is no way you can run away from compromise in politics, no matter how principled you are. That is what I know about politics. So now, how did you balance religion, your faith in Allah, and politics?
The politics.
Yes.
As a Muslim, you understand, they say love your neighbor the way you love yourself.
Okay.
Love your neighbor the way you love yourself. So, and as a Nigeria, I know I'm in a secular state.
Okay.
Which being a Christian, being a Muslim, we are from one God.
Yeah.
So I don't see that as an issue based on the background the way I grew. I told you I grew in a barrack.
Okay.
I grew with Christian when when we were growing up then. We used to follow our friends to church. At times our friends also follow us to mosque. There we don't see it as
Yeah, that's nice.
We don't see it as issues, and it is when we even grow up we're even noticing
that we are different.
Okay. So it wasn't really an issue to me. So it is an easy thing. It went easy for me, trying to balance the both religion.
Let's go back to your days in Unimay, that is University of Maiduguri. I know during that time, the insurgency was at its highest peak, and it's still now. But I want to know, what was your experience? How was your experience in Unimay or University of Maiduguri? In Maiduguri, how was your experience there, knowing that you are living in the midst of a war zone? How was your feeling? Were you tensed up? Like, what was the general feeling staying there for the couple of years that you stayed?
It's not that easy.
Okay.
It's not that easy at all. Because, risking your life, for the sake of education, and it's something you can't say you will not school again, and leave before you come back and be looking for admission to write jam, or you understand?
Yes, I could.
So I just like, let's be patient. There's God, but it's not easy because I lost some of my friends, some of my lecturers also lost their life due to the insurgents. It's not that easy at all.
So are you still traumatized by what's happened, by your experience?
Definitely. Anytime I remember most of my friends that lost their life due to the insurgency. Wow.
Okay. Okay, I sympathize with you over the loss of your friends and all that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now, let's come down to the recent events that happened in Nigeria with the NSAS protest. The NSAS protest started on the basis of police brutality. Gradually, the narrative of police brutality started dying off in the course of the protest, and it entered demand for good governance. Now, do you think that the youths, do you feel that the agitation of the youth or the anger of the youth was valid at that time?
Yes, it was valid. Because if you could remember then, the SARS, I'm not saying all police are bad, but some of them are like, I don't know. You see a policeman with the dreadlocks, with the mufti, with AK-47. You will not know if he's a police or not. And I don't know who gave them that right to shoot anybody the way they like. You understand? They harass people, they kill people anyhow, So the protest was.
Sorry to interject. Were you a victim of such incidents?
Yes.
Like how many times?
Like twice.
Abuja, you're outside.
Abuja here.
Okay, you can continue.
Let me even tell you my experience. I was working with a friend.
Okay.
They saw us.
Okay.
And I said, come here. We now walk up to them. We walk up to them and say, where are you going? We say, we are going to see a friend. The next thing we see, they say, well, lie down.
Really?
Lie down.
Okay.
We say, for what? They now collected our phone and started, checking what was in our phone. Thank God they didn't see any
incriminating,
but it's uncalled for. If you want to check my phone, you can do it while I'm standing, but you're telling me to lie down as if we're in secondary school or things like that. So, to your question that you said, if the protest by the youth is valid, really is valid, and as you can see, it is the reason they force. In democracy, it is the citizens' constitutional right to protest in any policy or in any issue bordering a state.
Okay.
Because there are some, more especially this present government, they are so adamant in issues, more especially issues that has to do with other tribes.
Or human rights.
You understand? So I am still strong. I'm still strong and still advocating for the youth. Let's yearn. It is our right. This is our country. We should not leave it in the hands of the few people who believes this country belongs to them, and we believe this country belongs to them. They are taking as if their father, as if is their how will I put it? As if is their
birthright.
Their birthright. You're right. As if it's their birthright. So this country belongs to all of us. So what is right is right, and what is wrong is wrong. So let's learn how to do things right.
But actually, let us be factual about some certain things. We live in a very complex political scene where godfatherism holds major sway. What the youth are demanding right now is total overhaul of the political class. that let the elderly people go. We don't want them anymore. We don't want this, that. And that was why they were even trying to bring out the new narrative of good governance that led to all this, unfortunately led to all this looting, because everybody was expressing anger. So, of course, to me, I felt that they expressed much, that looting was the best way they could have sent their disabled. But anyway, it is unlawful to do that, actually. But now, godfatherism has held politics so strong. It has prevented, like, before you become a candidate of any party, there must be some people that will lay hand on your head and say, you have been anointed to do this and that. So now the youth are like saying, okay, we want all these old men to go. Like they say, we want these elderly people to go. Really, the question I want to ask is this. Does it mean that all the people, all the elderly or the old political class, are they so evil that, how do I even put this question? Are all of them bad? Like, are all of them bad? Should they go?
All of them are not bad, and all of them cannot go. You know, you can't do away with godfatherism in politics, even in America.
Okay.
You can't do away. You can't do away with godfatherism.
But why is it now? Why is it now that people are like saying we don't want that godfatherism, where we know that it is like an ingredient now? It's like the one of the first things you need to have before going into politics. Since you have pointed it out that even in other climes, godfatherism is important for this thing to climb up.
You see, most people that you see saying they don't want godfatherism, maybe they are the people being sponsored by maybe a candidate, maybe a person, or maybe a group. You understand? Because you can't do away with godfatherism. Even in America, there's godfatherism. You can't do away with godfatherism, and you can't say all the elderly people are bad. They are good people, and you can't say all of them. You can't say all of them to leave the political space.
Okay.
You understand? Which is not possible. We still need the elderly people to guide us.
But don't you think that knowing the kind of political space that we find ourselves, because we used to hear stories of how godfathers spend a lot of money on their anointed candidates, and at the end of the day they influence their policies, influence their decisions, their projects and all that. Don't you think that this whole agitation against godfatherism is kind of valid, because we hear more of the bad sides to godfatherism than the good sides?
Okay. You see, that is why I used the Jagaban, which is Tinubu, as an example, which I told you is just like a mentor. You see, Jagaban is an example of godfatherism.
Really?
He's the former governor of Lagos State. Okay. Is Lagos State working or not?
It is.
It is. That's what we are saying.
But I cannot really say Lagos is totally working, because there's still level of poverty, there's still level of this, and they are still.
When you are talking about, there's no place on earth that you won't find someone that is poor.
Yes, that is a fact.
But when you talk about in 36 states of Nigeria, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
where you have less poverty is Lagos State.
Are there facts and statistics to back up that?
Yes. No, even no.
Because
I don't have this.
The reason why I'm asking you this question is the person you take as a godfather has been questioned on so many things. He has been given that question mark from different parts of the Nigerian society, even down to the party in which he is like a leader. So now, when you are telling me about someone like him, I can't judge him. I can't say this is who he is. So I want to know what gives you this impression that that Tinubu, Asiwaju Tinubu, has made a good godfather to so many politicians.
Yeah, he has. Because why I said so. Let me give you an example of last. The 7th, or is it the 7th or the 8th assembly?
Okay.
Where the Senate President Bukola Saraki.
Okay.
When he was the Senate President, then he said he doesn't have godfatherism. You know, they were having issue with the Senate and even to pass a budget, despite the same party before he left APC. You understand? So we're even the fight between the Senate and the executive, the masses are feeling the heat.
Yeah.
So Tinubu need to involve and said, this thing is getting out of hand. When next we are being elected, we will make sure that any Senate president is coming will be like he will mentor it.
Okay. Don't you think it's that is control?
No, I don't see it as control.
Because there's one particular characteristics most godfathers share. They want to always be in control of everything, trying to limit the right to decide. You understand? Guys, why you see a fallout between godfathers and their so-called anointed candidates.
You see, Tinubu is not that selfish. You see, let me tell you something. Tinubu is a political scientist. That is why they called him Jagaban. Is a political Ronaldo.
Don't you think that title depicts that he's trickish?
No, it's
because I know Ronaldo is skillful. He plays ball and he scores. Don't you think it's trickish?
No, it's not trickish. It's not tricky. What I mean, political Ronaldo, like for instance, for long he has been building himself to become a president of Nigeria.
And do you think he will win?
I believe he's going to win.
If he contests.
If he wins the primary of APC, I believe he's going to win the ticket.
With what is going on in the country right now, where the country is not divided across sectional, religious, you think he will win?
I believe he's going to win.
What are his odds? What are his chances based on ratio?
Based on ratio, 80%.
80.
Confidently 80.
Okay.
Because from the little people that have interest now to run for the race.
Okay.
Yaya Bello, and let me see. That's within the party. Yaya Bello and the other party we have.
This is a good point. This drives me to the next question. You are from Kogi State. Yaya Bello is a governor under the platform of APC. What will you say of Yaya Bello? Him being a youth, being the youngest governor, I believe, is this still the youngest governor?
Yeah, it's still the youngest governor.
So, what do you think of Yaya Bello, his leadership style, and all that?
His leadership style is nothing to write home about.
Really?
He's really a disgrace to the youth. And due to when the youth, that is the problem we are having in Nigeria. The youth will be yelling, the youth need chance. It is time for us. When you give them that chance, you see them being the worst than even the elderly people. Yeah, Bello is an example. As you can see, based on analysis in radio. Based on analysis, based on statistic and
people's view.
Kogi State is the worstest state in Nigeria.
Based on what?
Based on infrastructure.
Really? And are you not sure you are making this comment based on that you are from the Ngala extraction? No,
not at all. The facts are there. It's something that everybody knows. Even the Igberas, where he comes from, they are complaining.
Then if you people have this issue against him, then why did he win for the second time?
You see, to me, he did not win. Because I went to observe the election no, it's unbelievable.
So that means it's a stolen mandate.
It's a stolen mandate.
Okay.
If the election is free and fair, Wada would have won.
Okay, now talking about another youth, I can't really call him a youth. I can't really call him a youth, but he's someone who tries to speak for the youth. Dino Melaye, what do we say of him?
You see, that is why you see the problem we are having in Nigeria. Most of the youth coming out to represent us.
Oh.
Most of them coming out to represent us are not. They don't have that. They don't have value. That is why I'm telling you. You understand? When you allow miscreants.
Whoa. So wait a minute. Let's take it slowly. Is Dino? Can you qualify Dino as a miscreant?
Yes. Why not?
Because I know that he has been speaking a lot on certain things that this government, against some ill policies of this government, against the human rights violation of this government. He has suffered brutality from the same police who still condemn. He has said so much against. He fought for this government to win, but at the same time he turned his back against them. He even left the party. So will you really call that guy a miscreant?
He left the party for his own selfish reasons.
Not that he had the country at heart.
Not that he has the country at heart.
But he has sponsored bills that made Nigerians be like, whoa, this is good.
See, let me tell you something. Dino Melaye. Okay, how will you feel?
Okay.
How will you feel? Someone that is representing you holding back for Senate President's wife. Do we send him there to be carrying bags for his boss?
Wait a minute. Is there a video to back up this? Is there a picture to back up this? I have not heard about this.
Yes.
I
watched it live when
Saraki
wife was invited.
But I don't think that is a problem because it can be courtesy.
No. She has an orderly. We didn't send him to be carrying bag.
Okay.
We didn't send him there to be carrying bag. We sent him there to represent us.
So what you're trying to say now that the likes of Dino, the likes of Yaya Bello and other where many youths from that or like, okay, let me put it this way. Are you trying to say that the likes of Dino Melaye, Yaya Bello and other youths who are involved in politics have not done anything extraordinary for the youths of Kogi State? At
all. They have not done.
Starting from empowerment down to infrastructural development, none.
They have not done anything. Instead, they are enriching themselves.
Really?
Yes. If they know Melaye will be buying a car that worth 150 million, and when you go to his constituency, people are suffering, hungry.
But it could be that the money he's using to buy those cars are from his investment, from his business.
What business Dino is doing?
I know that
Dino doesn't have any business. If he has, we will know.
But there are some people that keep their investment secret.
In this country, as a politician, is it possible?
There are a lot. There are a lot of countless things that you only know the ones you see, but you don't see the other ones.
You see, if you are a leader and you are representing the people, and you are coming out, you are saying, my people are poor, my people are this, and you are not doing any empowerment, you are not doing anything, no any support that you're giving to the youth. I see no reason for you to be there. You have no reason to be there.
Now, coming back to you. In 2019, you contested to become the councillor of Wuse Ward. Am I right?
You're right.
Now, what was your laid down, what was it called, manifesto? What manifesto do you have? What was your plan for the youths of the Wuse Ward? What are the things you wanted to show them that yes, you can be able to do this, and now that you want to contest again, is there any added listen to your manifesto?
Okay, you see, I have these 3 or 5 things in mind that I, Wuse is certain, you understand? Is an advanced city on its own.
Yes, it is.
You see Wuse Ward city center wall, their advanced city on its own.
Okay.
You understand? So the only thing you can do in those wards is skill acquisition, health, sports.
Health.
Health.
We have presence of government hospitals and private using. Don't you think that has been covered already?
No, you see. Okay, let me give for instance. You see, there are some people. There are some people. You understand that more especially the elderly one that you need to bring this health
benefit
to their doorstep.
Okay.
So you understand. So as a councillor, that's one of the things you'd have do, to help the elderly.
Okay.
And through sports, many of the youth, despite there's no job, the youth are restless, so you can use this sport to keep them busy, support them.
In what way? How do you support them through sport? Because I know to run a sports support program, it requires money and all that.
You see, Wuse, for instance, in every Wuse zones, they have teams.
Okay.
You understand? So you can organize a competition and select the good players. You can even sponsor them.
Will you have do you think you will have the might to sponsor those who?
How do you do that? As a councillor, NFF, NFF is closer to you.
Exactly.
So what do? You make sure you meet FIFA agents.
Okay.
You meet scouts.
Okay.
You invite ex-players to come and watch.
Okay.
That's how they pick talents.
Okay.
Most international you're seeing today, most of them are playing for one of those local teams. That's how they pick them.
So now you're trying to say that you don't want to make this just your project. It's not all about Baba. It's all about bringing other people to get involved.
You can't do it alone. No government can do it alone. You have to partner with others.
We're talking about skill acquisition and entrepreneurship. If you come to Wuse Zone, there is a balanced ratio between those who are employed and the ones that are not employed. And we have heard so many stories in the past that they are allocated, they have set aside funds to support youths in different area councils and all that. And at the end of the day, they did not get anything from such disbursement.
You see,
what will you do?
It's one of the problem we have been facing right from inception. You see, my own time things will change. We will make sure any money disbursed for skill acquisition will be directly given to the people that need the skills.
How do you do that? Because in this it is a chain. You hand over this project to one person, that person makes it a personal venture, hands it to another person, that person makes it a personal venture. At the end of the day, it's only fewer people that get that money.
You see when,
how do you ensure the transparency?
When campaigning, you see, you meet groups of maybe meetings, maybe tribal meetings, religion meetings within area.
Okay.
That's how you do your selections.
Okay.
That's how you pick past councillors, and most of the councillors we've had in Wuse Ward have been misdirected by the party faithfuls. Most of them will have this plan, and when they get there, the party faithfuls will be telling you, no, we the party, it is not only your party members that needs to achieve all this. Other people voted you in.
Okay.
You have to look into that. It's not as if your party faithful will not, or your party members or party faithfuls will not also benefit. They will. There are many programs which also they can benefit. But so you have to try to balance it.
There's always a saying that they say power is intoxicating. Don't you think that sometimes when you get into such positions, you become overwhelmed?
Yeah, what you're saying is true. They say power intoxicates. But you see, the way I have studied most councillors, most past councillors in Wuse. I've seen most of their lapses, and which I believe, if I'm voted in, I will make sure I make an impact and make sure I correct all those mistakes they made.
Now let's come to the realities facing Nigerian right now. The issue of insecurity. You know, when you go to Northeast, we're talking about Boko Haram. If you come to Northwest, North Central, we talk about headsmen, killer headsmen, because not all headsmen are violent. We talk about bandits. You go to the south, there's a new, the Niger Delta militants are now trying to go back to the creeks. You go to the southeast, you now hear about the rise of the IPOB and the ESN and all that. Now, what is your candid opinion about what is really going on as regards insecurity in this country? Because it's like it's taking the living daylight or sleep of people's eye. You see, there's tension everywhere.
You see, we are in the state of quagmire.
Okay.
I myself, I always feel melancholy anytime I had the issue of insecurity, maybe burning of police stations.
Okay.
Burning of the prisons and
the properties
and
kidnapping and the rest.
Kidnapping and all the rest.
Okay.
You see, what is causing the insecurity is the injustice that we are facing in this country.
Were you saying this country or by this present government? Because some people are saying is this by this present government.
No, the problem have been piling up since 1960.
Really? Not like it is like 99, since 1960?
No, since 1960.
Do you think that the problem is constitutional?
No, constitution is also part of it.
Okay.
Because the constitution we are using is still military constitution.
Okay.
It's still military constitution. So they need to draw a new constitution that will balance every region.
Okay. So you're like, in a way, you are trying to say that the insecurity we are facing today is as a result of the constitutional provisions that are wrong and the lack of true federalism.
The lack of true federalism.
Okay.
The lack of true federalism, corruption.
Okay.
Corruption, religion bigotry. You know, I like the issue that just happened in Ebanes.
Okay.
By the chairman of Code of Conduct. Well, he's not there for an official. He's not there for an official visit or anything.
Okay.
He was there for a personal thing.
Okay.
So he was having issue with a man. Imagine, I watched the video. He was the one even slapping the security man.
Really?
The next thing that came out of his mouth is it is Biafran boys. That means for him to said this Biafran boy, he must have had this hatred
for the Southeasterners.
For the Southeasterners. That means any case or any person that has case in his table from Southeast, that means
the person is dead.
The person is dead.
Oh.
So holding that kind of position, he's supposed to resign. If you are holding such position, you are not supposed to make that kind of unscrupulous comments.
So now, do you feel that the body language of the president towards the insecurity and the division in this country has been good enough?
It has not been good enough. The thing we need in this country is restructuring. The security system needs to be decentralized.
To the states?
To the states, to the locals. You cannot, I was born in Abuja. You can't employ me as a policeman and take me to Anambra. To do what?
But you don't know the terrain.
I don't know the terrain. I'm not conversant with the environment. Employ the locals.
But don't you think that this, this whole call for restructuring, so many people are preferring different ideas that this restructuring should be like this, you should follow this model or that and that and that. You see, one thing I'm afraid about restructuring this security structure is I'm afraid that the governors might hijack it.
The governors might hijack it.
Like hijack it in the sense of they might use it for their own, maybe personal.
You see. We should, I study sociology, so I can call myself a security expert. Do you know the reason why Do you know the reason why politicians are employing miscreants, giving them police uniform and military uniform?
No.
It's better for them to hijack the security to use it in their favor than to employ miscreants. That's the problem we are facing.
That's quite deep.
That's the problem we are facing, and which with every society grows with time. So with time, even the governors, with time, they will not be able to use it against their opponent. It's time.
Okay.
When we see in this country an incumbent governor and incumbent president should lose the election, you should know we are progressing.
But okay, now people have been saying this across social media, on television, and on radio, that this present government, which is the APC administration, has supported the long arm of division, the long arm of corruption, the long arm of administrative mismanagement, and so many other irregularities which is not supposed to be found in a working government. Do you think that these accusations from the populace is valid from the standpoint of being a politician?
In every statement there's element of truth.
Okay.
You see, this government has not managed corruption issues very well.
Okay.
The reason is, the point I'm trying to give is, if you are a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and you want corruption, and you said you are fighting corruption, when even you yourself, the contract within the villa, they are overhyping the contract within the villa.
Okay.
Which example are you giving?
Okay.
As a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have been in government for 6 good years, or
Okay.
5 thereabouts.
Yeah.
You have been traveling for medical tourism.
Yeah.
What is wrong for you to build one standard hospital for yourself, so that tomorrow the populace will benefit from it?
Okay.
If you are traveling for medical tourism, you are going out there to get the best medical treatment. We, the masses that voted you in, are we not supposed to get quality medical facilities?
But did you support the president in the 2015 election?
2015?
Yes.
No.
You were never his supporter?
No. When he was coming for the first time, I supported him. The second time,
That was what I was asking. 2015.
no, I do.
You did.
Yes.
At what point did you were you like, at what year were you like, I'm done supporting this man?
After 3 years, the last time I see the division, the division within ethnic line, religion line is like, it's increasing. And I said, no. It wasn't like this before. And what's causing it? The way you are appointing.
Are you okay?
The way you are appointing your ministers, the way you are appointing the secretaries of government. You understand? You are doing security chief. You are not balancing it. That is why there is a federal character.
Don't you think the federal character is just a rubber stamp or commission?
So why did they create it? Why did they create it? Why did they create it?
Because if you want to really follow the federal character guidelines and all that, I believe that most things in Nigeria would have been awarded this, but it seems as if that commission is adamant.
You see, that's one of the problem we are having is appointment. You know, okay, why when you win election, after winning, you say you only do things for who voted you.
Okay.
You're supposed to be for all, those that voted you in and those that did not vote you in.
Now let's come to INEC. INEC, year to year, after FEDECO years back, they started. I think then they formed INEC, and INEC has been the electoral umpire in Nigeria, one election to the other, and this and so recently there have always been a brawl between political parties and INEC, maybe when it comes to accreditation, this and all that, down to the pre and post election period. Do you think INEC, as an electoral body, do you think they have been very impartial in their duty as an electoral umpire?
They are. There are some instances they are. But they are trying.
But people are saying that they have now become a machinery of government.
No, yeah, it is true. Do you know why? Do you know why I say this is true? You know, I'm in ballot, and as a politician, I'm supposed to know all this.
Okay.
You see, if INEC, as an independent body, if INEC, as an independent body, will be doing meetings with the main opposition, we have facts. We'll be doing meetings. Election period, you see them doing meeting with the ruling party. You should know that there's something fishy.
Okay.
So INEC, to be sincere, it is the politician that is corrupting most of INEC staffs.
Do you think that the leadership of INEC should continue to be based on appointment of a government, or it should come through another process?
It should come through another process.
So that means the suspicion of officials in INEC maybe going into electoral malpractice and all that is that allegation is quite valid.
No, it's quite valid.
It's quite valid. Did you suffer that with other candidates in the last election?
Yes, I did.
Was the irregularity so obvious, or it's
so obvious?
So obvious.
So obvious. So obvious.
And did you make any efforts to go to the tribunal?
Well, I didn't. All my report was given to my party so that they will proceed to the court, but I don't know. They said, as I've told you, they said they don't have the financial capacity to go to court, that I should forget it. Why? Because it's the ruling party. They have the courts.
Now that brings me to the question: if you are not financially ready for the pre and post electoral period, then why do I go? Why go into this?
This is the reason. This is where we found ourselves.
Because I see that
politics is supposed to be service to humanity. It's not supposed to be a money thing.
But you still need money to drive, because
you need money. For you to take election malpractice to court. Do you know how much you spend? You spend a lot of money, and to take time before adjourning. That's how you keep spending money.
But I'm beginning to question the rise of so many political parties, to the extent that they have even formed an organization called IPAC. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
So,
IPAC.
I know. Yes, with this, there's always a one-party system, or a two-party system, or a multiple-party system. Do you think, when it comes to election, everybody wants to compete, everybody wants to vie for one position, vie for this, vie for that. Don't you think that this too much? Don't you think these parties are much? Like in a one election, close to 156 parties are contested.
They are much.
But what are the points they want to? What point are they trying to make? Because at a point, I was feeling that the coming of these parties were kind of dubious. They say maybe there's a money making venture that they are. I don't know whether you have that feeling too.
Yes, there is. What most of the party you're seeing, their own is just like they want election to come so that they will just jump to that party and say, we have merged.
Okay.
So that we get the money.
And that is all.
And that is all.
Okay. Now name 5 loyalists. 5 people that have been loyal to you in the course of your political journey. Not basically people that are above you, but people who have worked with you that have shown high level of loyalty towards you. People that you can never forget.
Lot.
Give me 5.
Iku Ojo Joseph, which is my campaign director.
Okay.
I have one Alhaji Buntus.
Okay.
Alhaji Rabiu.
Okay.
Alhaji Salisu.
Okay.
Alhaji Salisu Gambo.
Okay.
And I also have Tony Igeli.
Tony Igeli.
Tony Igeli.
Igeli.
Yes.
Okay. So are those people residents of Wuse zone?
Some of them are, while some of them are not.
Okay. So what can you tell us when you look at the 2019 election in retrospect? What are the major regrets you used to have that you wish you would have known?
Well, it is the strategy I used, which I believe this time I'm going to strategize. I'm going to improve on most of my, I'm going to put more energy.
Okay.
You see, really, that's the first time I contested. As a first timer, that courage is not there. That experience is not there, but now the experience I have now at least is a plus to me.
Yeah.
It's a plus, which I believe this time is going to. Any candidate is coming from PDP, APC, from Empire, I believe I'm going to give them a very good fight, which I believe I'm going to win. Okay,
in the past election, we had a lot. I don't want to mention names. We had lots of scandalous things about the candidate of some candidates coming out from the other respective parties during the last election. When you turn left, at that time when I turn left, because I'm a resident of Wuse, which you know, when I turn left, I will hear one scandalous report. If I turn this side, I hear one scandalous report. But when anytime it comes to you, anytime it just comes to you, I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything negative about you. How did you keep up with the good records? Because I've heard so much about you. You are friendly. You are like a grassroots person. There's no one who stays, especially in Wuse Zone 6, who don't know whom you are in Zone 5 and some part of Zone 4 and Zone 3. You showed love to basically many people around you. Like when they see you, they just say, okay, this is the man. They call you the man and all that. How did you maintain that good attitude? How did you that good behavior that people always they say? Because it's quite difficult to maintain good character in a very complex and corrupt. Everybody's trying to get things on a faster way. Everybody's becoming more disrespectful by the day. They say, how did you maintain it? Like, how did you maintain that? Is because that to be that single good egg among the bad eggs.
Well, how I maintain it, I'm going to give the credit to my parents.
Okay.
They gave me a very good upbringing.
Okay.
And which even to date, that they are still giving me that same advice.
Okay.
And what makes me to keep the values I have, the characteristic you just mentioned is I keep good friends.
Okay.
If you're coming close to me and I observe you have crooked attitude or maybe any bad attitude, I'll give you a space.
Because okay, that means you depend on good counsel.
Good counsel, yes.
Okay.
So, they say bird of the same feather flocks together. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. When you always, mingle with good people, with good character, you keep on, maintaining such character too.
Okay, that's nice. So now, what are your hopes for this next election coming? When is it happening?
April 16th.
Of next year?
Next year, yes.
So what are your hopes?
My hope is 60%. My chances are, very wide.
Are you still contesting under SDP?
I'm still consulting.
I'm
still under consultation.
All right. So now, in your plans towards April 2022, what do you think should be done to ensure a credible and free and fair election, starting from now?
Okay, you see, we'll keep on telling the Wuse youth they should vote based on character, based on record. It's not based on money, because they will give you 5,000. Somebody will give you 5,000, and that's all. He will spend 4 years and without doing anything. And they need to vote person they know they will have access to.
Okay.
Because they can have access to me at any time. I have all the qualities to represent them.
Sorry to interject. Does it mean that the former councillors were hard to reach?
Well, if you're asking me this question, it's as if you're putting words into my.
It's just a question, because for you to say that you'll be accessible to people, it means that the former ones were not accessible.
That's from what I'm hearing.
From what you're hearing?
Yes.
But you have not authenticated that.
From the elderly, based on the, it's not something like one or two people are telling me.
Okay. So I want to ask you one very vital question. If you should win come April 2022, you win the councillorship position of Wuse Ward, what will be the first 3 major projects you will embark on?
Skill acquisition.
1.
Skill acquisition.
Yes,
environment, sport, and healthcare.
So now, after that, do you have any plan to also bring more youth or maybe mentor more youth into the political arena?
Yes, that's one of my plan. Which if I win the councillor, win or no win, this progressive project, because as a politician, as a person, I'm progressive in nature. So I'm trying to bring the youth, those that doesn't have cars, let them go and register. Let's participate in politics. This politics, as democracy is being defined, it's for the people, by the people, and for the people. So this politics belongs to all of us. This is our society. For us to change this society, for us to change any candidate or vote the right candidate of your choice, is by using your voter's card. It's not sitting in your father's house or your house and be complaining bad government.
I want to congratulate you on something. I've been hearing a lot that you do support some youths. You do help. You do give some support to the elderly ones. I used to hear it from certain people, even though you have not yet won the election. How do you do it? now the economy is difficult, is tight and all that. How do you do, like, how do you give her that your widow's mite? Like,
Okay, you see, I have friends that works in NGO,
okay,
most especially from the there's one NGO that's being owned by the junior brother to Orji Zokalu,
okay,
3CF.
okay,
I know the wife,
okay.
so she's the chairman of the NGO. I met her. I said, ma, this is it. It's not all about my political career, but it's how to, help the people, and which she has been championing, supporting the less privileged. So she now said, that's what I've been doing. Come and join me. And so that's how even she herself, she like me.
No, even apart from that, aside, I've heard about your close ties with that foundation, I believe, yeah. But they say I hear people say from your own personal. I don't know where you actually work, but they say from your own personal that you do some things like that are quite commendable. You give support and all that. How do you do that in this kind of tight economy?
Yeah, I do that. Being a politician does not mean I don't. I worked. I'm into real estate.
Okay.
I work with one real estate, so the little I have, I'm the kind of person. I'm a philanthropist, so I'm used to
giving out,
giving to the less privileged, and more especially the elderly ones.
Okay, so now, what is your final message to youths in Wuse, like under the municipal area council? What is your message to them as regard the forthcoming elections?
My people, more especially my people from Wuse, this time let's do it right. For us to do it right, we have to, if you don't have card, they will start new registration. You go and get your card. For us to get it right this time is for us to go and get our card and vote the right person, and the right person is me.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Milla Mufasa right here. It has been an in-depth conversation with this intellectual, with this bright fellow, with this guy that has so much to give. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, the future lies with us. The power to put our destiny in our hands is no longer with anyone's hands. It's not. First of all, it's in the hands of God, and the responsibility to handle our destiny lies with us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our brother here the support in the forthcoming election. Like he said, don't look at the money, don't look at this, but look at the individual that is contesting for that position. And I want to congratulate you once more. Congratulate you once more for your input, for your. It's like it gives me joy when I see people getting involved in politics. It's like it's a bold step you have taken, and we constantly pray for you, because I like hearing good things. We pray for you. We believe in you. We hope that one day you will take greater positions. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Milla Mufasa right here. I had a nice time, a very insightful discussion with Musa Muhammad, aka Babawo, contesting for the next election come 2022, April 2022. I want you to, if you believe in this young guy, go and vote for him. He's of good character, he has integrity and all that. I've heard so much about it. No one say about me. If you don't do well, I go cast you. If you do well, I will praise you. Yes, that's what you be. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us, and we hope to come back next time. God bless. Yeah. Thank you for coming.